Dear devotees, thank you for joining today. We wanted to seek the blessing of Radha Damodar, Radha Madhav, Radha Shyamsundar, Krishna Balaram, Pal Gopal, Gonita, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembly devotees. So yesterday was the auspicious beginning of the month of Damodar, which is very important, sacred month. And we wanted to go through why it is so important. So let's make a start. It's also known as Kartik Mas. This month is most auspicious and truly benevolent month for the Sukruti, or the spiritual benefit obtained by performing devotional activities for the pleasure of the Lord in this month is 1,000 times more than in any other time of the year. The main reason for this is because Krishna is pleased with Radha, and this is actually her special month. So yeah, we always say month of Damodar. Actually, the month belongs to Srimati Radharani, who is Bhakti Devi. And this is the reason why anything done in devotion to the Lord in this month is multiplied by 1,000 times. Because Radharani is so kind and merciful. She doesn't want to see us struggling in this crazy world. So she gives us benediction, and whoever does anything in this month, anything is multiplied by 1,000 times. So this month commemorates how Mother Yashoda was able to bind the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, with the ropes of her love and affection. The same Supreme Lord, whom neither Lord Brahma nor Lord Shiva, nor even the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, can ever bind, was bound by her, by the selfless, pristine parental love of Mother Yashoda. So this is really one of the most fascinating pastimes. And sages, different Goswamis have written books on this pastime. Such a powerful Lila of the Lord, which really shows the sweetness of the Lord and his devotees. And through this sweetness, we can connect with the Lord, fall in love with him. So this pastime is fundamentally important for all devotees to relish, to try to participate in whatever way one can. It is in this very month that Sri Krishna performed amazing pastimes of mischief, stealing butter from his own mother. Up to now, there have been lots of complaints about this young boy from the gopis, the neighboring gopis, but Mother Yashoda didn't want to believe anybody. How can my sweet Krishna steal butter from the neighbors? My butter is far superior. It comes from the best gomatas, and I personally cook it. So how can this be possible? So she would just disregard any complaints. He made the fatal mistake of stealing from his own mother, and she found out, and that was cause of why this pastime took place. Then he displayed transcendental fear from his mother and was running from her, trying to escape her punishment. Of course, the sun fears Krishna, hence why he rises and sets every day, as does Chandra. This is all due to fear. The wind blows. Vayu is in fear of the Supreme Lord. If he doesn't do his duty, he'll have a problem. Yet, this same Supreme Lord was fearing this elderly gopi. Not really elderly, but his mother. There she is. She's got this stick in her hand, and he's showing fear. And actually, he is scared. How can the Lord be scared? How can the Supreme Lord, who is controller of everything, be scared? But he is. He's actually scared. This is part of the inconceivable nature of the Supreme. He's a supreme, but yet he's scared. And we'll go through why and how and all that in the next few days and weeks. After putting her own endeavor and receiving the mercy of the Lord, the two ingredients. So, two ingredients for which are very important: effort and mercy, the Yah of the Lord. These two ingredients that a devotee needs in order to bind Shamsun. Of course, we don't want to bind it, but we want to love him. She tied him up to a grinding mortar. So this is the grinding mortar here, and there's his baby Krishna tied to it by Mother Yashoda. Krishna later crawled with the mortar to the Yamalurjun trees growing in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. And he delivered the two sons of Kuver, namely Nala Kuvera and Manigriva. So these twins, these trees were actually the sons of Kuver, had been cursed. And Krishna was to free them from that curse. This is the power of Krishna, the beauty of Krishna. It's so kind, so powerful, so sweet. Remembering this pastime, beautiful pastime, and hoping to one day be able to tie Damodara with their ropes of love, all devotees offer ghee lamps in the evening and in the morning and sing the beautiful Damodara Astakam, creating a very transcendentally surged atmosphere to attract the mind of the conditions of us in this material world, and to make us realize our eternal identity as the servant of Sri Krishna. Jivera Swarupa Haya Krishnera Nityadas. So this lamp is very significant. It's an offering of our love. We personify our love into this flame and offer it to the Lord. And beg him, please, my dear Lord, let me become close to you. Let me remember you all the time. Let me love you. Let me fall in love with you. This month is also known as Urja Vrat. Urja means Shakti, refers to Krishna's internal potency, which is none other than Vrindavaneshwari Shri Radha. So this month is known as Urja Vrat. Thus, she is predominating deity of the month of Kartik. What does that mean? That means it's her month. Even we say the month of Damodar, well, actually it's Radharani's month. And it's the glorification of her transcendent name, fame, forms, and qualities is the main vrat to be performed in this month. So it's a very nice occasion for us to try to remember Radha and Krishna more and more, especially in this month. This is the month where Sri Radha and her other Sakhis sang the Gopi Gita, which is truly relished by the elevated Vaishnavas, following in the mood of the young damsels of Braj, whose love for Krishna is unsurpassed, and the foremost of whom is Srimati Radha. So this is a very special song, or bhajan, which Karuna will actually beautifully sing in one of the sessions that we do. It's really, we are very blessed. Normally, we wouldn't get this opportunity to go through all the different astakams and bhajans. But thanks to Karuna, she guides us through these beautiful songs and bhajans. Kartik is named after Radha. So the month of Damodar is also known as Kartik Mas, month of Kartik, which is named after Radha. Radha's mother's name is Kirtida. So Radha is called Kirtida Kumari. Hence, Radha is also known as Kirtika. So this month is also known as Kartik. So it becomes from Kritika, it becomes Kartik. This is the Gopi Geet. Beautifully narrated and sang. And at a time when Krishna left the Ras Lila and the gopis were in shock. Where's Krishna? There was so much connected to Krishna that his absence led to them increasing their connection to Krishna. Again, it's a contradiction in terms. Krishna is not there, but they increased their connection with Krishna. How's that possible? It is possible for the devotee, the pure devotees. They sang about Krishna. They did dramas about Krishna. Krishna wasn't even present, but there was so much missing him because they tried to find him. They couldn't find him. So then they resorted to, okay, let's remember him. So here, this is a really fantastic picture, which shows the gopis singing, and there's also doing some acting there. How Krishna would lift Govardhan. Oh, maybe that's to come yet, but different pastimes that he would perform. We often say Radha Damodara ki jai. However, Radha Rani does not seem to appear in this pastime, which was essentially between Yashodamai and Lord Krishna. However, in the Krishna Kanamrit written by Bilva Mangal Thakur is mentioned a glorious pastime that happened in Golok, Vrindavan. So Golok, Vrindavan is in the spiritual world. We can refer to the Vrindavan in this world as Gokul Vrindavan. But Golok Vrindavan is the one in the spiritual world. So once in Golok Vrindavan, in the spiritual world, Radharani tied up Krishna. Radha and Krishna had agreed to meet at a specific time. Krishna came 2 hours late, as he does. And this is one of the reasons why Indians or Bharatiya people are always late. We can always blame Krishna. He's always late. So we're just following in his footsteps. Krishna said he'd been busy due to preparations for Govardhan Puja. He was trying to convince Radha sweetly, but Radha was really angry. 2 hours is no joke. So Radha took a golden belt from her waist and tied Krishna to a tree. Jiva Goswami mentions that Krishna was ecstatic with Radharani's anger. He loved it. Due to being tied, Krishna is called Damodara. This is an intimate pastime. So it does not occur in Brahma Vrindavan, the Vrindavan in this material world. Although there's no difference, but still, some pastimes are very intimate, not performed here. Therefore, we worship Yashoda Damodar and Radha Damodar in this month. In temples in Vrindavan, Radha and Krishna are tied with a thin golden rope from Radha's waist to Krishna's waist. This month is truly glorious, not only due to the aforementioned reasons, but also because many prominent, pleasing pastimes of the Lord were performed in the month of Kartik. So many things happened in Kartik. Yesterday, on Saturday was Sharad Purnima. That was the end of the previous month. But we also bring that month into Damodar month because we start offering the candles at that time. So the previous month ends with Sharad Purnima, where the last Lila was performed and the desires of all the gopis of Sri Krishna were fulfilled and the offering of lamps start. In this month, the gopis who had never before attained the direct audience of their worshipful Lord, their very life and soul, Sri Krishna, were purified of all the traces of anarthas left in them by the intense heat of separation and were able to fulfill their long cherished heart's desire to attain their one and only goal, the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. It was in this month that the demon Aritrasura was killed, which led to the appearance of Radha Kund. Shyama Kund, two beautiful kunds at the foot of the great Govardhan hill, having jeweled steps, blooming lotus flowers, and surrounded by the kunjis of the 8 prominent sakis. In the center, Swanada, Sukhad Kunj of Ananga Manjari, where the divine couple perform many enchanting pastimes. So I think that appearance takes place next Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, 5th of November. The Amavasya of this month is celebrated as the Deepavali, Festival of Light. So this month, there's so many phenomenal festivals celebrating the long-awaited return of Lord Ram to his kingdom, Ayodhya. After 14 years banishment and the war that waged between Ram and Ravan, all the devotees celebrate this beautiful festival by lighting lamps in all the corners of their houses and discussing the pleasing pastimes of Lord Ram, Lord Krishna. And the next day of Amavasya is celebrated as Govardhan Puja, where all the Brajavasis, after stopping the worship of Lord Indra in accordance with the instructions of Shyam Sundar, worshipped Giri Govardhan, who is celebrated as Haridasya Varya, the best of the Vaishnavas. So Govardhan is very unique, actually. He's a Vaishnav, he's a devotee, and he's God as well at the same time. He's a very unique position to be held by Govardhan. He serves the divine couple with its many gushing streams, beautiful waterfalls, fragrant forest full of flowers and fruits, and caves suitable for various pastimes. Mother Cow is also worshipped on this day, so on the day of Govardhan Puja. And all the Brajavasis perform the parikram, glorious, blessed mountain Govardhan. Following in their footsteps, the devotees perform parikram of Giriraj Maharaj and offer ankut to the deities. Disappearance day also of Srila Prabhupada falls in this month, Panduracharya of Hare Krishna movement, without whose mercy we would know nothing about this supremely purifying month. Other auspicious months in this, days in this, celebrated in this month are Gopastami. Krishna takes the Gomatas, the big Gomatas, herding for the first time. Tulsi Viva takes place as well. Bali Vaman Lila takes place. Kurma and Mohini appear. A tear from Vishnu falls in the Amrit pot and Tulsi Devi appears. Krishna killed Keshi, Vyomasura, and Kamsa in this month. So, there's other things as well. A crew, he came to Krishna, to take Krishna, came to take Krishna to a crew. Yeah. Dhruv had darshan of Vishnu in Madhuvan. Ambarish Maharaj also finished his year-long fast near Vishramghat. Durvasa Muni, after fleeing from the Sudarshan Chakra, came back after 1 year to Ambarish Maharaj. Radharani was coronated as Vrindavaneshwari at Imlitala. Govindakund was formed. This is, I think that's connected to Indra's pastime. Water is important due to Matsya avatar, so devotees bathe 3 times a day. Radha Damodara also appeared, and Jiva Goswami was gifted the deity by Rupa Goswami. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati instructed Prabhupada at Radha Kund in 1935, if you ever get money, print books. What can devotees do in this month? Offer ghee lamp every day. And not just to Radha Damodara, but to the sky as well, to reinforce that Krishna is everywhere, and any ancestors who are stuck anywhere get liberated. Sing Damodarastakam, do extra rounds of Mahamudra, worship Tulsi, she appeared in Kartik, read the Bhagavad Gita, especially the 12th chapter. And I'd like to thank Rianch, who joined earlier, and he sang the 12th chapter, Bhagavad Gita. Recite the Gopi Gita. We'll try to do that at least once this month. Try special fast. maybe one of the following: no grains. Although this one, apparently there's no scriptural reference that we should avoid grains the full month. The last 5 days, which are Bhishma Panchak, maybe 4 days this year, we can do Ekadasi fast. But in the rest of the month, there's no scriptural guidance on that. Have a one grain meal, so you have grain meal once a day. That's possible. More bhakti, less gossip, less TV, less social media. And Bhishma Panchak we'll talk about nearer the time. The last 4 or 5 days of Kartik, 5 days apparently, are even more auspicious to do, intensify our effort to connect with God. But we'll talk about that nearer the time. Okay, so I wanted to stop there, and tomorrow we'll continue. Who is Damodar? Trying to establish who he is. Any comments, any questions from anybody? Okay, we can
Hare
stop.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Karuna.
So thank you for these sessions, because at times it's quite difficult to move to the temple. So when we have this session that you are doing, it's good we are hearing Harikatha. So thank you very much.
No, it's a pleasure. It's Guru Maharaj's mercy and the devotees' mercy, especially yourself. You're a good inspiration.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, so Radha Damodar ki jai, Kartik Maas ki jai.